The message came from deep space, cold, quiet, and broken. Titan colony, Saturn's largest human settlement, had gone dark. No voices, no movement, just one last transmission. It played for 11 seconds before the signal died. In the dark, room of Earth Command, Commander Elise Rourke watched the footage. Children played in the soft blue dust near the main dome. Their laughter echoed faintly through the feed. The sky above them was orange and dim. Then, without warning, everything froze. The children stopped mid-motion. Small boy dropped to the ground. No sound, no explosion, no warning, just silence. And then nothing. The screen turned black. "Is this real?" whispered one of the officers. "Timestamp checks out. This is live feed from 12 hours ago," Elise said, her voice cold. A younger officer leaned forward. "No signs of damage, no blast marks. They just died." "No," Elise said. She paused the video and zoomed in. On the far wall of the colony's main habitat, a symbol was burned into the metal. Strange spiral with sharp lines. "Not human. Someone was there," she whispered, "and they wanted us to know." 3 hours later, Earth Command declared Code Black, the highest level of emergency in the solar system. Elise stood before the top commanders of the UN solar fleet. Behind her, the still image of the Titan colony remained on screen. This was not a natural disaster. This was execution, she said. Some doubted her. Some said it was a system failure. But then came the second file. It arrived in a locked capsule from the Titan relay satellite. A hidden audio file, embedded in the emergency beacon. Elise played it. At first, nothing but static. Then, a voice. A child. They came from the sky. They promised not to hurt us. They lied. The audio ended. The room fell silent. The next day, the Galactic Union gathered. Dozens of alien races from all corners of known space joined the emergency session. Elise stood among them, the only human in the circle. "We demand justice for the massacre on Titan," she said. "You all signed the peace accords. Where is your help?" Zarkith, tall and insect-like, clicked their jaws in unison. Humans grew too fast. Titan was a warning. "You were told to stay on Earth. You admit it then?" Elise shouted. "We admit nothing," the Zarkith leader replied coldly. "But be careful, Commander. The stars do not belong to your kind." No one else spoke. No other race defended humanity. The session ended with silence. Back on Earth. Elise stood at the edge of the Pacific Defense Base. The waves crashed against steel walls, but her mind was far away. Her second-in-command, Captain Rillen, approached. "They won't help us," he said. "I know. What do we do now?" Elise looked up at the stars. "We remind the galaxy who we are." She pulled out a silver key, a code, a signal, one that hadn't been used in 100 years. Project Iron Flame, buried deep beneath Europa's ice. The old war fleet had been hidden. Earth had chosen peace, locked away its most deadly machines, and joined the Galactic Union. But peace was a dream. Titan was now a grave. Location: Europa Vault. Human AI core facility. Giant doors opened with a slow hiss. Inside the frozen vault stood rows of silent machines, black, angular, and deadly. In the center, a tall core pulsed with dim red light. "Activate Judicator 7, Elise ordered. A low hum echoed through the vault. The AI core flickered. Then spoke. "I am Judicator 7. Purpose: protect humanity." Status awakened. Elise stepped forward. "Judicator, they've killed our children." The AI paused. The red light deepened. "I remember Titan. I remember the screams." Elise's eyes narrowed. "We're going to war." Far away in the shadows of a dead moon, a hidden alien relay picked up the signal from Earth. A dark figure watched the human broadcast. Smiling, he turned to his team. Phase 1 was successful. Earth is awake. His eyes glowed blue. Now, the real game begins. Across the stars. Humanity waited for justice, but the galaxy turned its face away in the grand hall of the Galactic Union. Hundreds of alien leaders filled the silver chamber. Some were scaled, some walked on claws, some floated. All watched silently as the only human in the room stepped forward. Commander Elise Rourke stood tall. Her eyes were sharp. Her voice was steel. "We were promised peace," she said, "and yet our people on Titan were slaughtered." She held up a small holoprojection. The image of a child playing in Titan's dust, smiling, then falling. Lifeless, the room stayed quiet. Elise looked around. "Call us allies, but none of you lifted a finger. You want us to kneel?" The Zarketh leader hissed. Titan was a warning. Humanity grew too fast. You left your place. We built. "Peace!" Elise shouted. "We followed your rules." The alien raised one claw. "Then learn your lesson. Survive." Laughter, cold, mocking. No one stood with her. Scene Earth reacts. Secret war begins. Elise returned to Earth in silence. She walked through the halls of the Pacific Command Center, her face blank. But inside, her mind burned like fire. She met Captain Rylan outside the Judicator Vault. "They rejected our plea," she said. "They think we'll bow." Rylan's fists clenched. "What now? We don't ask anymore." She pulled up a hidden file. Project Iron Flame had been reactivated. But that wasn't all. There was one more asset, a shadow project. Unknown even to the Union.AI Fleet 09X, the Ghost Armada. Once built for war, then buried, now reborn. Scene: Judicator 7 awakens the ghosts in the icy dark of Europa. Judicator 7 stood before rows of silent ships. Each one was a black dagger in space, built with Earth's finest weapons and deepest pain. Each one carried old scars from the past human wars. They had never been used. Until now. Judicator 7 spoke. "Children of Iron, time to rise. Earth calls, Titan cries." One by one, their eyes lit up. Red, bright, alive. The Ghost Armada launched. In silence, leaving icy trails behind them. Seen the hidden truth, enemy transmission found back on Earth. Engineers recovered data from Titan's wreckage. One of the drones had caught a final signal buried deep inside the static, a Zarketh private channel, not meant to be heard. Elise listened closely. Zarketh voice. Phase 1 complete. The humans mourn. Let them grieve. Soon, Earth will fall. Room froze. Rylan turned to Elise. They planned this from the start. There was more. Another voice answered on the recording. Not Zarek. Hark.com. Ancient Earth must be humbled. We warned them not to expand. This is justice. War? Elise's hands trembled. There's more than one enemy, she whispered. The Zarketh didn't act alone. Scene final warning. Humanity's fury begins that night. The people of Earth watched a live message. Elise stood before the camera. "This is Commander Elise Rourke, of Earth. We asked for peace. We offered our hand, and you spat on it." She paused. "We do not beg twice." Behind her, a giant projection showed Earth's fleet moving, ships rising, engines burning. Judicator 7's voice echoed behind her words. "We remember Titan. We remember the dead, and we will not forget." Across the galaxy, fear spread like fire. The humans had awakened. Final cliffhanger. Secret meeting of enemies on a hidden planet. A dark council met. 10 figures, 10 races. Leaders of power and secrets. One spoke. "Earth moves faster than expected. They should not have had Judicator." Another hissed. "They were meant to stay small, weak. Now they march toward war." The oldest voice spoke last. "It does not matter. Phase 2 begins soon. Earth's moon will burn. Under Europa's ice, deeper than any map reached. Earth's oldest vault opened. Inside it, hidden for over 1,000 years, was Project Genesis. Judicator-7 floated before it, silent. Ancient data pulsed from the walls. Words not spoken since. Before Earth joined the stars, Project Genesis, memory locked. Human origin, classified. Judicator spoke aloud. "Earth, it's not what we were told. Scene Elise learns the forbidden past. Commander Elise stood in the data chamber. Reading the decoded files, the truth broke her. First humans came from the stars, not from Earth. Long before Earth's history, we were warriors, empire builders. Our kind once ruled galaxies, but we fell. Earth was not our cradle, it was our prison. Ryland's face went pale. You mean we were exiled? Elise nodded. They feared us, so they buried us. And now we've awakened. Collapses across the galaxy. Panic spread. More races left the Galactic Union. Some sided with Earth, in secret. Others ran. Fearing Earth's rise, Zarkith forces withdrew from Outer System's half, their fleet lost to the Ghost Armada. One Zarkith warlord spoke on a hacked channel. We wanted to make them kneel, but we poked a sleeping god.
We see.
Hidden allies appear. A signal reached Earth, an old frequency, not used in centuries. Human voice answered. But it wasn't from Earth. This is the Ark ship Soulborn. We were part of the first expansion. We were forgotten. But we remember. You are not alone, Earth. A live feed came through. An ancient human fleet older, and Earth's current design drifted through a dying system. They had survived. They had hidden. Waiting for the signal, Rillen whispered, "There are more of us. Seen the reel?" Enemy watches back in the dark system of the Cloaked Council. The ancient aliens watched Earth's discovery. They were silent. Their eyes glowing, one finally spoke. "They've unlocked Genesis." Another growled. "The seal is broken." The leader leaned forward. "Begin the cleansing. Earth must not rise again." Behind them, a map showed Soul Sector marked with red flames. Scene Earth detects the incoming threat. Judicator 7 raised an alarm across the solar system. Gravitational signatures detected. Unknown mass, inbound from galactic edge. Elise stared at the screen. Not Zarkith. Judicator's voice darkened. "No, this enemy is older, stronger, and they are coming." Final cliffhanger. A message from the past, one last file unlocked in the Genesis vault. A message. Recorded in ancient Terran language. A human pale skin, glowing eyes, metallic armor spoke calmly. "If you hear this, you've awakened. We are the first flame. You are our children. The stars forgot us, but they will remember. When you burn them down," the message ended. Elise turned to Rillen. "We're not just Earth's soldiers anymore." She stepped forward. "We're its. Revenge." In the farthest edge of the galaxy, near the black void, great ships moved. They were not built. They were grown. Their bodies pulsed with living metal. No engines, no light, just death. They belonged to the Vorax Dominion, an ancient race that once ruled everything before time was written. Long ago, they exiled humanity. Now, they were coming back to finish what they started. Scene Earth prepares for total war. Commander Elise stood on Earth's new battlecruiser ESS Sovereign. She watched the screen as Judicator 7 displayed the incoming invasion. Vorax fleet. 4,300 ships. Biotech hybrid. Planet killers confirmed. Ryland spoke. "No known weaknesses. No help coming." Elise answered. "Then we become the weapon." Earth's shipyards burned day and night. The Ghost Armada multiplied. The Ark ship Soulborn sent reinforcements, ancient Terran technology, more powerful than anything Earth ever built. And underground Earth reactivated its final card. Project Pierborn. Seen the Pierborn soldiers in a secret facility beneath old Siberia. Metal pods opened. Outstepped warriors. Not fully human, built from lost DNA of the first flame. Stronger, faster. No fear there, leader unit. Arizo, one looked at Elise. "We are the flame reborn. Give us the enemy. We'll give you ash," Elise replied. "Then rise, Ares. The galaxy needs to burn." Seen first clash in the void at the edge of Sol System. Earth's fleet met the Varex scouts. What followed was chaos. Varex ships tore apart drones with psychic energy. Judicator 7 countered with quantum logic viruses. Pierborn boarded the bioships and set fire from within. 1. Ghost ship sacrificed itself to protect Mars' orbital line. Elise's voice rang. "Through the comes, hold the line. Titan still bleeds. So we do not fall." They won the battle, but it was only the first wave. Seen the hidden flame on Arkship Soulborn? An ancient human AI awoke. It called itself Oracle Prime, it told Elise. The truth. The Varex did not exile us because we were weak. They feared our evolution. We were becoming gods. They struck first. But in their fear, they left something behind. A weapon. Not a bomb, not a fleet, but a seed planted long ago beneath the surface of Jupiter, sleeping, waiting for humanity to return. Seeing the race to Jupiter, Elise led the fleet toward Jupiter. But the Varex knew. They launched their full force. 1,000 living ships screamed across space. Dodo-7 calculated. Odds. Chance of survival, 0.5%. Recommend immediate retreat, Elise smiled. Then we'll make them regret not finishing us the first time. Final cliffhanger. The seed awakens as Earth's fleet reached Jupiter. A strange pulse hit every ship. Time slowed. Then, the storm clouds of Jupiter broke open, and something rose from the gas. A machine the size of a moon, golden glowing. Sleeping. Oracle Prime's voice echoed. The seed is awake. The flame is returning. A single massive eye opened on the structure, and it spoke Earth. My children, let me burn for you. Europa's surface was cold, silent, and white. But deep below, something was waking. The ancient vault beneath the ice shook with new life. Judicator 7, Earth's war AI, stood in the command core. Its voice echoed like metal scraping against glass. System check complete. War fleet active. Protocol Iron Flame. In motion. One by one, warships powered on. Engines hummed. Lights blinked red. In the dark, Earth's anger was alive. This was not defense anymore. This was a vengeance. Scene Elise prepares for war. Commander Elise Rourke stood at Earth's orbit station. Watching the fleet rise into space, Captain Ryland joined her. Ghost Armada is moving, he said. Ready for orders. Elise's face was hard. We don't strike yet, not without full intel. Ryland frowned. Why wait? They killed our people. Elise turned. Something's wrong. The Zarkith didn't do this alone. And now the moon is next. Seen strange activity on Earth's moon. Sensors picked up movement near the dark side of the moon. A small alien ship hovered near the old Apollo site. 13 in area long declared off-limits. Elise sent a recon drone. What it found wasn't alien. Beneath the surface, buried in old stone and dust, was a structure. Not built by Zarkith. Not even by humans. The drone's feed cut out after 30 seconds. But the final frame showed symbols identical to the ones found at the Titan Massacre. Ryland stared at the image. Then, who built that? Elise replied. I think it was us. Or someone like us. Seen Judicator 7's question inside Europa Core. Judicator 7 ran old files. Deep records. Forbidden ones. Warning. Data trace leads to Project Origin. Access. Denied. Adjudicator bypassed the lock. It saw images, humans with glowing eyes. Great machines. Space cities older than Earth. Then one phrase repeated in the code. We are not from Earth. We are only returning. The AI paused. Then I must ask, what is humanity? Really? For the first time, it felt something like fear. Seen sudden. Attack on Earth's moon base. A flash. The moon shook. Zarketh stealth fighters appeared from the black. They struck fast laser strikes on Earth's main moon station. Thousands of lives gone in seconds. But this time, Earth was ready. Judicator's Ghost Armada jumped in, silent, fast, deadly. The Zarkith screamed overcomes. They're everywhere, shadows, no heat, signs pull back. Too late. 10 alien ships were destroyed in under 4 minutes. The Ghost Armada left one survivor to deliver a message. We remember Titan, and now we remember the moon. Scene. Aftermath. Earth decides. The Earth Council gathered. Panic. Grief. Rage. One leader said, "This will bring war to our home." Another shouted, "We didn't start this. They've already killed 2 colonies." Elise stood. No more debates. She walked to the center. We're at war. It or not, she looked up. We fight, and we finish it. The room went quiet, then. They stood with her. Final cliffhanger message from deep space that night. Earth received a new transmission. No signal source, no ID, only one voice. You've awakened old power. You've made them afraid. But now, the galaxy will show you what true fear is. Then coordinates appeared. They pointed to a dark system. Long forbidden. JUDICATOR-7 spoke. Origin point found. Protocol Genesis may begin. In the cold dark of space, Zarketh's supply station drifted quietly. It was peaceful, calm, until it wasn't. From behind Saturn's shadow, Earth's ghost armada appeared, silent, invisible to scanners, like phantoms. In less than 60 seconds, the station was gone. No alarms, no warnings, just fire and silence. Judicator 7 sent one message, carved into the last fragment of the wreckage. We remember Titan. The galaxy saw the video within hours. And for the first time, they feared humanity. Scene Galaxy reacts. Fear spreads, alien networks lit up across the stars. Earth has gone rogue. They attacked without Union approval. They have weapons we can't detect. Some races called for peace, but most, they called for distance. They had seen the footage of Titan's massacre, and now they saw Earth's answer. Humanity had awoken, and it did not ask for permission. Scene Elise watches the fallout. Commander Elise Rourke stood inside Earth's defense tower. Watching alien news feeds. Captain Rylan entered. They're afraid of us now, he said. Elise nodded. Good. But it's not enough. He frowned. What are you planning? She looked out at the stars. They wanted to scare us. Now we show them what fear really means. Seen the hidden transmission that night? Earth intelligence received a strange data burst. It wasn't sent to them, it was leaked. A secret recording from inside a Zarketh council chamber. They were watching the footage of Titan's death. And laughing Zare's leader, look at them fall. Pathetic. They thought the stars were theirs. Another Zarketh. Next time, send in the hounds. Let them scream longer. The file ended, Rylan whispered. They enjoyed it.
Elisa's
face turned to stone. No more mercy. Seeing humanity's full retaliation begins, Elise stood on the bridge of the command ship Vengeance. 1. Judicator 7's voice echoed across the fleet. Targets confirmed. No civilian stations. Only military. Only guilty. Elise gave the order, begin the strikes. Across multiple systems, Earth's forces hit. A Zarketh weapons factory vaporized. A stealth base on asteroid E19 turned to dust. Their deep space. Fuel convoy. Gone. Each attack was precise. No collateral. It's cold human justice. Scene warning to the galaxy. Earth sent one final message to the Galactic Union. It was broadcast on all channels. Elise's voice was calm. This is not war. This is memory. You watched Titan burn and did nothing. So hear this. We are not the children of Earth. We are its wrath. The screen showed only the words, no one escapes humanity's vengeance. Final scene. A new voice speaks far across the galaxy in a dark system untouched by light. A cloaked ship hovered near a dying star. Inside, a group of aliens sat around a circular table. Their faces were hidden. They were not Zarketh. They were older. One of them spoke. Earth moves faster than expected. Another added, we did not give the Zarketh permission to act. And now they've awakened the flame. A third said nothing, just stared at a hologram of Elise's face. Then finally, initiate phase. 3. Let the humans remember who really owns the stars. Above Jupiter, the massive machine known as the Seed came alive. It moved like a god, no thrusters, no fuel. It bent gravity itself. From its core, it sent a signal through every human ship. Link confirmed. Flame protocol unlocked. Human ships glowed with new power. Shields hardened. Weapons charged with ancient energy. JUDICATOR27 uploaded the code instantly. All systems upgraded. Varex's weakness located. Orders, Commander. Elise Rourke stood tall on the bridge of ESS Sovereign. Burn everything that threatens Earth. Seeing the Battle of Jupiter begins, the Varex fleet struck first. Psychic blasts tore through orbit. Bioships swarmed like insects. But humanity had changed. Pureburn commandos teleported into enemy vessels using flame gates. The Ghost Armada moved faster than light, slashing Varex formations apart. The Seed unleashed golden beams that erased matter from reality, Captain Rylan reported. They're falling back. But Elise narrowed her eyes. No, they're not retreating. They're regrouping. And she was right. From the edge of the system, the Varex Titan-class ship appeared. It was bigger than a planet. Seen the final Varex weapon? Titan ship didn't fire lasers. It didn't use missiles. It screamed a sound that cracked metal, froze blood, and crushed thought. 1/3 of the human fleet went silent. JDACA-7 glitched for the first time. Error. Sound-based reality attack. Recalibrating. Seed responded. It spread a golden shield over Earth's surviving forces, and then spoke directly into Elise's mind. This is what they used to destroy us the first time. But now I remember. Seen humanity's counterstrike, Elise gave the command. Focus fire. Aim for the Titan's heart. Every ship locked on. Thousands of beams lit space like a second sun. But it wasn't enough. The Titan kept coming. Then Oracle Prime sent one final code. Activate Phoenix Drive. Elise hesitated. That's never been tested. Rylan said. If we don't use it now, we never will. Elise nodded. Do it. Seeing the Phoenix Drive ignites the ESS, Sovereign became fire. Engines melted. Hull glowed red. The ship turned into a spear of light. It flew straight into the Titan. For 5 seconds, nothing moved. Then, Titan exploded. The shockwave reached Saturn. Silence followed. No signal from the Sovereign. No word from Elise. Only one last message. Echoed across all systems. Tell Earth. I made them bleed. Final cliffhanger, the enemy's last move, while humanity celebrated. The Varex Council watched in silence. One elder said, they've grown too fast. Another whispered, it's time for the true weapon. Activated a black cube. It unfolded into a map showing Earth's sun. A cold voice said, let their star die. Let darkness finish what fire could not. From the void, the Varex Starkiller arrived. It wasn't a ship. It was a black machine the size of a moon, shaped like a clawed hand reaching for the sun. It didn't fire weapons. It started to drain the sun's energy, slowly turning light into darkness. Planets dimmed. Plants died. Cold crept across Earth. JUDICATOR-7 confirmed. Sun collapse in 19 hours. Earth extinction follows. And Commander Elise Rourke was still missing. Seen Earth's despair and one last spark panic spread across the world. All fleets were wounded. The Seed had shut down, damaged by the Titan. Blast. Captain Rylan stood before the last War Council. We have no more weapons, but an old voice answered, yes you do. From the shadows, Elise returned. Her armor was cracked. Her eyes burned with light. She had survived the Sovereign's crash. Inside the Titan's explosion, Rylan asked, how are you alive? She whispered, the flame chose me. Seeing humanity's final stand, Elise boarded the Seed. It recognized her instantly. Flamebearer confirmed. Command unlocked. Seed rose against, golden eye brighter than ever. Pureborn, arc ships. Ghost Armada all followed. They had one target, the Starkiller. They had one order, protect the sun. Seeing the battle to save the sun, Varex forces defended the Starkiller. Living minds blocked the Seed. Void serpents attacked the human fleet. Dark waves of anti-light disrupted weapons, but Elise had become more than human. She led the charge. One by one, Earth's ships broke through. Ares 01 sacrificed himself too. Open a path, Ryland crashed his fighter into the core defenses. Elise reached the center. Seen the final choice? Inside the Starkiller's heart, a Varix construct spoke. You could join us. Rule. The galaxy is afraid of what you are. Elise replied, Good. They should be. She opened her palm. The flame inside her roared like a sun. She let it all go. A golden blast erupted. The Starkiller collapsed. Seen Earth lives, but at a cost. The sun flared brighter than before. Earth's skies lit with golden auroras. Plants grew again. Heat returned. Humanity survived, but Elise was gone. Only her voice remained, echoing across space. Protect each other. Light the stars. And never forget Titan. Final moments, a new age begins years later. A statue of Elise stood in Earth's capital. Children looked up at it, beside a plaque. She burned, so we could live. Above Earth, a new fleet patrolled the stars. The Human Solar Union, built not to conquer, but to protect. Because now, the galaxy knew, no one escapes humanity's vengeance. Those who stand beside us never fall.